Adam. Yes, thank you, Jen. My name's Dr. Jo Langham. I prefer Jo, even though you'll see my name as Joanne. I have also been doing the international development work since 2018. Jen and I have run at least 6 of these programs over the years, which is an amazing thing for us. I know we love these programs. They're our favourite piece of work to do. And I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you. My background is in a variety of different areas. I've got a long-term background in the public sector. I worked in one of Australia's largest public sector organisations as a senior executive for a number of years. My specialisation is particularly in complex systems, complex problems, helping people to really unpack those difficult challenges and make change where you've got highly political, difficult areas to actually work through. So I really like working in innovation. I also work with entrepreneurs, doing anything that I can do, particularly to help women. I also have a background in creativity and design. So you'll see that I will start whipping out a few different things to help you communicate things, communicate your messages in really effective ways. So Jen and I work together sort of hand in glove on this project. And as I said, I really love this work. This is my favourite work. So looking forward to being in person with all of you in Bangkok.
Thanks, Jo. That's fantastic. So can I just take an opportunity to introduce Nikita, and perhaps you might like to share with us your role and what it is that you're doing to support this program.
Thank you, Jen, and good morning, everyone. My name is Nitika Mishra Pokhrel, and I'll be the one of the course coordinators for this Women in Executive Leadership Development short course for regional. I am originally from Nepal, and I came to Australia for study in 2011, and I'm currently living in Brisbane with my husband and 2 beautiful daughters. Talking about my work, I work at UQ International Development Team Unit, and I have been here since 2018 in different roles. And at the moment, I am working as a development coordinator, and my main responsibility is working and managing different kind of development projects funded by DFAT and other clients. So we will be the main point of contact for any logistics, admin, and any other content of the course outside the technical, because we are not the technical expert. For the technical queries, it's always Jen and Jo will be there for you. But outside the technical content of the course, if you have got any issues, if you face any challenges throughout the courses, please feel free to reach out to us. And welcome, and we look forward to see you in Thailand next month. Thank you.
Oh, so now let us introduce you to Hop. Hop.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm very proud to join this team. My name is Hop. I'm originally from Vietnam. Now I'm a course coordinator at UQ International Development. In this course, I will support participants and course lead in the course delivery. Thank you.
Right. And we actually have someone in our room here who's not up on the screen, and that's Adam Woods. Adam, would you like to introduce yourself and what it is that you do on the program?
Thank you, Jen. Hi, everyone. It's lovely to have you all as a part of this program. My name is Adam. I am a Senior Development Coordinator here, so I am supporting Nitika and Hub in our office to kind of deliver the program to you all. And we're so excited to be working with you, and we're looking forward to getting to know you over the next couple of months as we support your leadership journey. Welcome.
Terrific. And we have 2 wonderful people who are going to help you through the maze of travelling and support you while you're here, while you are in Bangkok. And we have 2 wonderful welfare officers. Can I just introduce you to Lee and Elise.
Hi,
so would you like
yes,
to just-
can you hear me? Yep,
Yes, we can.
right, okay. Okay, hi everyone, I'm Lee from Bangkok and I will be your local officer for helping you during the 2-week program in Bangkok, and welcome everyone. Yeah, see you in the next couple weeks. Yeah, thank you.
Right, thank you. And do we have Sue online as well?
Hello.
Oh, hello,
Yeah.
Sue. Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Hello, good morning and good afternoon to everyone. I'm Sue from Myanmar. I'm going to be your welfare officer, especially during your stay in Bangkok. And it is lovely to make sure your well-being and to take care of your safe and travel to Bangkok. Thank you.
Thank you. That's great. So hopefully we'll be able to ensure that you have a safe and successful travel and settle into the program so that we can have a really good, solid couple of weeks of fairly hard work, but I'm sure it will be both joyful and very stimulating. So I think just now what we might do is just take a bit of time to get to know you. And in this part, we won't record. So feel free to do what you need to do. But we are going to do a poll now. And we're going to open the program. You've already seen that there we've set some learning objectives. Our first piece of work is around the online learning modules, and there are 4 of those. I've done some work around women in a global context and adaptive leadership as an introduction. And Jo, would you like to share what your modules are about?
Yes, so mine, you'll see what I would call introduction to management theory. So you will see there's some very straightforward management basics that we just want to make sure everyone has their head around before we start. And then we'll start building on that in the actual course material.
And in both of our modules, there are some little activities for you to do. In my modules, they're about reflecting and thinking and sharing your thoughts on the particular subject areas. And Jo's has some quizzes and other activities in hers. By doing the online modules, it sets you up with a shared baseline level of understanding for us to launch into the rest of our intensive program, which of course is our face-to-face piece in those 2 weeks. So we'd be very keen to make sure that you bring with you a good reflective journal so that you can write about the experience of the learning, because that's how leaders learn. It's about the deeper reflection. And that will be an important part of our program together. And then we'll go into our third component, which will be all about, again, it'll be an online 3-day workshop, which we'll break up into a range of a bit more bite-sized pieces. The concept of 3 whole days online is nearly enough to make you bleed from the eyes. I don't know how that translates in
Make it very uncomfortable anyway.
Yes, yes, that's right. So we do this in a way that is interactive and interesting, so it won't be too long. And of course, there are some general course expectations, and our expectations are that you will come, you will be very present when you're there, that our focus is really about the learning and engaging with each other, and the need for this work can be quite personal, quite reflective, quite revealing to yourself and to others. And so there will be a range of expectations that we'll set up early in the program about how we'll work together to be able to get the best out of our program. So Jo, anything else you'd like to share?
Yes, I think you've covered all of that, but one of the things I would like to just remind everyone is that this is a dedicated time for you to do self-development. So it's really important that you do focus, and that when you're at when you're at the course or the program in Bangkok, that you do cut out the rest of the noise that's your life. I know that's pretty hard if you've got children or husbands or any of these other things that you've got going on in your life. Some of you, it might be your work. They might be trying to contact you. Really important that you let them know that this time is an investment. It's an investment in you. So we expect you to put yourself into this 100%.
And for most of the time, you won't need any electronics, laptops, phones, any of that. And I know you're probably all getting excited going, oh my gosh, imagine if I'm somewhere not that close to my computer. But this sort of work requires you to do different types of work than what you usually do at your place. So yes, so that will be one of the expectations as well. Thanks, Joe. Let's move along. So this is a brief high-level overview of what we'll be doing and what you'll be experiencing through the course of the 2 weeks. And as we evolve the process and the program, and as we get to understand more about your needs from the pre-course assessment and from the RWP, we will tune this to be able to be responsive to that need. So at the moment, what we're going to do is we'll all arrive, and on Monday morning we'll give an overview of what the program will be all about and what leadership is all about. And then we'll do an exercise, which I think you'll find really useful, which is an RWP. These are your return to work projects. We'll do a mapping exercise to see where the shared focuses are, where are the connections? How could you use this network and the skills and knowledge within the network that we'll have here to be able to achieve your project within the timeframe that you're wanting to do. And we'll also have some time at that time to be able to make sure that the RWP is well on track and focused. Sometimes in our experience, we've had people who have designed their project to create, almost world peace. They've been very large, very keen, very interesting projects, but far, far, far too big in scope. What we're really keen that you do is to be able to think about your project and the time that you're on the course and put it into more bite-sized chunks. By that I mean, make sure that you're only taking on a piece. You may want to do a bigger project, but what we're really interested in getting you to do is to just do a piece that can be achieved in this time. And one of the other major focuses of the RWP is to be able to use what you've learned in the program and demonstrate that learning and how you've applied it through your RWP process. So Joe and I and the mentors will work with you to be able to ensure that your focus is on point and that it works well. Our next day, Tuesday, the 12th of March, and Joe, I'll invite you just to jump in whenever you would like. Was there anything you wanted to say about the RWP?
No, that's fine, Jen. So I can talk about day 2 because that's
that would be great.
So I take you then through the evolving world of management, how management has become very complex, and that's because we're working in a complex world. So how do we make change in a world that is this complex? How do you move the immovable forces? How do you break through some of the barriers that are put in our way? So I'll be taking you through the fundamentals of working in complex systems and also how you use collaboration to your advantage. We will do quite a bit of work during this program on understanding politics and people, and I will start touching on that before Jen gets onto it later in the program. So that's really day 2. We launch into something quite deep, I think, on day 2.
Day 3, we look at leadership in terms of the capabilities, and we focus from, and actually Dallas referred to it earlier, from a values and strengths-based model. And so it's, you know, what strengths do you already bring to your leadership practice? What are the values that are important to you? And how do we actually align those to the way that we're doing our work? So it's a slightly different change of pace from the Tuesday to the Wednesday. Later on, we have a networking event in the evening, and more about that will become clearer as we get closer to the dates. On the 14th of March, we'll be looking at, actually, it's women's leadership in an Australian context, and we'll give you some more information about what happens in Australia in regards to women leading. And we will have some guest speakers who will be presenting on the program. Many of them will be zoomed in, but we will also looking to establish some connections with our colleagues in Bangkok so that we can do some face-to-face and have live sessions as well. But we have also lined up a range of speakers from Australia to contribute to the program and to contribute to thinking. And then we'll dive into some disruptive thinking. Joe will lead that. And again, around complex change, which I imagine that you all are doing. And based on some of the work that we know that you're doing, I think you're all working with complex change. Anybody's working with the women's empowerment and JETSI agendas are working with complex change. Joe?
Yes, yes. So it'll be basically a continuation of the Tuesday work. As you can imagine, you can't teach working with complex change in one day. So that will be more of that. And then on the Friday, we'll actually start to move into design methods. And design is, in this context, isn't about graphic design or visual design or product design. This is about strategy. How do you use creative thinking, imagination, innovation to develop strategy and to come up with new ideas? So we'll be working through that and how you co-design solutions with the people that are impacted. So we'll start doing that on the Friday. Excuse me.
We'll have the weekend off-ish. There'll be a little bit of work you might need to do through that time. And then we'll look at experimenting and data gathering. Joe, just to explain that a little further.
Yes, so whatever we are coming up with on the Friday, we will come up with some what we call loose prototypes, paper-based sketches, storyboards, whatever it is around whatever we're designing. And then we will look at, well, how do we know that we're doing the right thing? How do we test our assumptions about the things that we're developing? So we will then go through some processes there to actually look at how you validate your ideas and how you know you're being effective. So we can all measure efficiency. That's very easy, productivity. But what about effectiveness, the impact of what your work is doing and whether it is having the impact that you would hope it is having? So that's what we'll be doing on the Monday.
And then the Tuesday, we're going to be looking at perhaps a more personal side of change. So what does it mean for you to change? What does it mean for when you're trying to actually bring about a change in your organisation or a change with your agenda in your RWP work? It will all be about change. And we'll be looking at, well, what's the impact of change and how do we look at it from our own perspective and the perspective of others? And we'll also be focused on the power of teams. How do we actually create high-functioning, high-performing teams within this context? On the Wednesday, we'll look a bit more into the promotion of diversity in the workplace, and we'll look more at the concepts around unconscious biases, both our own and the people that we're working with and we're trying to influence. And I think that will be a very useful process to be able to add to our thinking around the perceived solutions we may already have to our RWP problem. So, and then on Thursday, we're going to dive into a better understanding of leadership within your region. And there'll also be time to prepare your RWPs for presentation on the Friday. So what we'll be inviting you all to do is to do a brief presentation on your RWP and your new thinking around how you might manage, how you might look at the problem you're trying to solve in a different way based on what you've already learned from the program. And so your presentations will be to us, and we're looking forward to hearing about how you've been able to start to apply some of the new thinking that we've introduced in the program. There will be a course test. Don't stress, it won't be difficult. You know, it really is a bit of a non-event. And of course, what we will have is a lovely farewell event at the end of our program. Be prepared to be pretty worn out by the end of that Friday. This sort of learning is very different to the sort of work that you would do in your own, at your normal workplace. And so you'll be surprised how tired you get. So be a bit kind to yourself. Don't try and back up a whole day's work on top of the program, because 10 days work all night and 10 days of program will do you in. You'll be exhausted. So.
Yes, I think that's a really important point, Jen. These are full days.
Yeah.
And you're the whole time you're there, you are going to be active and engaged, and you will not finish up at the end of the day going, I'll go and do 3 hours of work. It is not going to happen. You are going to be exhausted, and we may give you homework at night too. So you need to make sure your work, your family understands this is your time. They are investing in you.
Yeah. So I'll give you a moment to have a little think, and just wondering whether anybody has any questions, sort of some high-level questions at this particular point. And so you'll be able to get into the site and do the work that Joe and I spoke about at the first part of the program. So that's for component 1, the online learning. We'd like you to have that work done by the 5th of March, and that it's not too onerous a piece of work, but it is something that you will need to dedicate a couple of hours to be able to make sure you get through that. You will have to submit a return to work plan, and there is a booklet that we'll get you to complete. And you have to complete pages 1 to 5 of your return to work project booklet. And you have to do that before you travel to Thailand. And we're very keen to get that by about the 5th of March. It gives Joe and I time to really look at it and to understand what it is that you're wanting to achieve, and to be able to work out you know, who's best to help you with the work that you're taking on. In our component 2, it's in Bangkok. That's when we're doing our learning together from the 11th to the 23rd. So you will have submitted your RWP, just a draft one again, by the 21st. So you may just like to refresh that RWP, just so that you're ready. You may have made some progress on it. You may have changed some of your thinking. And then you'll present your draft on the 22nd of March. So what happens here is that the submitting your draft RWP on the 21st is that you will have had time to learn materials through our program together. You will have see where you can update some of your thinking, and of course you'll present your findings, your RWP at our briefly on Friday the 22nd of March at the end of our workshop. And you will then go on at component 3, we'll do some further development of your RWP and we'll end up with your final submission. But we'll get back to you with a date for that. So that's the most important parts of the process. Yeah, does anybody have any questions about that at this time? Anything in the chat? So really what we're just trying to focus on is being able to get you to where you need to go to be able to present. Tao?
Yes, I have a question regarding the RWP. I know that it should be actionable, right? And also we could somehow implement it right after the course. It would be very good to happen. How practical it should be, and do you looking forward to us actually implement the RWP, and if we do the implementation right after the course, would it be having more support from UQ and DFAT?
Okay, so it depends on what your RWP is, and some people may already be working on their project, on their RWP. And so they're going to continue that work and they're going to add different thinking because of the course. So they may already be implementing. In doing the RWP and having it prepared for the 5th of March, we'll be able to help you by feedback to be able to focus the work. And if you can start to do some level of implementation, that's fantastic. You don't have to have it completed. So even if it's about the planning, what will be really useful is that if you plan to do some work, what will be really useful is if you undertake a small test to see whether that plan's going to work, and then write the reflections of that RWP. So for example, you might be deciding to do a women's empowerment program, and that might be a training and development program for a particular cohort of women. So you might demonstrate that you've been able to use some of the programs, understanding about change processes, understanding about designing a good program, understanding the empathy, having empathy for that particular group, what are their real needs, etc., and be able to demonstrate that you've done that piece of work in your RWP. And that will be enough for us to be able to say, yep, okay, so she's applied what we're looking for in the program, and she's well positioned now to actually run the training programs which are booked in for August or November. Yeah.
Right.
So I hope that makes sense. Joe?
Yeah, I was just going to add, the return to work plan is a plan. Okay, so it is not the implementation itself. It is your plan, and you're demonstrating how you're going to go about doing things. So why we expect you to have a draft, a very draft before you come, so we can work on it. Then by the end of the program, your draft will have moved to another point, still a plan. And then between then and the final component, you might be implementing parts of it, but it might be evolving as you're doing it as well. And so it sort of stays in this draft state rather than as we move through the whole program. But the implementation may happen after it and will continue potentially on after even the final steps, depending on how big your project is.
Thank you.
Yep. There's something in the chat. Just let me have a look.
Yes. Have you got a copy of the RWP so that they can see the template?
Yes, I have. Just give me a moment. If you want to continue on, Jen, I'll look for that. If anyone else has any other questions.
When we were talking about what we did in each of the days, what happens with the learning is that there is a piece, a process of really unpacking the problem and then really understanding the problem from the different perspectives. Now, Joe has this one, and you can see what it's about. And you can see that we start off with a commitment to say that you're going to do this work. Have you not seen this yet? No? Has anybody seen this yet?
We will share these documents after the pre-course.
Ah,
workshop.
very good. So
And
you're
we'll
going to get this
And we'll
after
upload
this.
it on Blackboard.
Yes, and it gets uploaded on Blackboard. So it's this requires your supervisor, somebody who's who can help you and authorize you to do this work. And then there's a guidebook that goes with it. And so we start to think about the things in terms of, just up again, Joe, just go back up to that page. Stop. Yep, that page will be good. So this piece has to be completed prior to the commencement of the course in Thailand. So here we write up what are the number of issues or opportunities in your role to actually do a program. What is the proposal, the title proposal of your work?
Written.
Yep, you could provide a brief descriptions. How are gender diverse, how are people of diverse genders, ethnicities, etc., impacted by the issue? So we will email it to you. You are going to get all of the materials, including the guidebook, after this workshop. So we're just giving you a bit of an overview of the sort of thing that you're going to have to think about. And you can see it's a high level sort of dissection of your project. And then we look at these SMART goals, which is, you know, what specific activities are you going to do? What are going to be measurable, etc. What's relevant. And then there's a range of planning activities that you might like to do. So these are just sort of like high level project planning activities. So you may decide to run a training program. So the activity may be undertake a needs assessment, identify a target audience, identify subject matter experts, whatever else it may be, the description of the activity and how long it's going to take you. So it's just a high level.
And this will potentially change too. So just have a go at it.
Yep. Yep.
And
it
only
doesn't.
up to the end of page 5.
5. Yep. So don't get overly concerned if you can't. You know, just the real thing is about trying to be clear about what would you like to actually work on. So there's can RWP topics build on a pathway to PhD program in the long run? Ooh, look,
possibly.
Yes.
Anything's possible. It depends on the depth and also what the project is, but that I think that's I like that. There's a little cheekiness to that one.
Yeah.
We can talk more about that in person.
Yep.
But
it's a bridge. It's a long way. It's a long step from where you are to having that happen. However, it's not impossible. So if it's something that you want to pursue, we could. Joe will certainly be able to help you, and we'll be able to provide some further information if you're interested in PhD programs with the University of Queensland.
Of course, yes.
Okay, anything else? I do love that cheeky face. Anything else? So great. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you in Bangkok. And Joe, I think it's a good afternoon from us if there's no further questions. And we will be in a lot of correspondence between now and then, and look forward to seeing you next month. Terrific. Joe?
Yeah, and yes, thank you, Jen. And I just want to check, are you guys going to be, so Natika and Hop, are you talking to the group now? Will you be staying on the line?
So we will be staying online, but I think some of the participants have mentioned it's already a lunchtime back home. So we will go on a break, and let's go for a break for about 25 minutes from now.
Yes.
And we will be back again 3:15 our time. So what will be your time? Welcome back, everyone. Hope you have, although it was a short break, but you get a chance to stretch your legs, move around, and have some food to eat. So moving on to next in our program. So we will be conducting a pre-course test now. So don't get scared because it is a test. So it is the test includes around 24 multiple choice questions. And the main purpose of this test is to check your current level of knowledge on WELD content. We do this test now, and we will have another test at the end of component 2, which is on the last day of Thailand component. And just to compare your knowledge before attending this short course and after attending the course. So your test results will not have any impact for you in completing the course. This is just for our evaluation and reporting purpose. So you don't have to source for any information to complete this pre-course test. Just give answers on the basis of your current knowledge. So don't get scared. I have already sent out an email to everyone with a link to access the pre-course test, but Hub has just shared a link in the chat. So if you click on that link and start completing the test, that would be great. So we will give you around 25 minutes to complete those multiple choice questions. And if you have got any questions, we will be around, just let us know. You may start your test now. Thank you.
Yeah, if you have any questions or technical issues, you can ask our help.
Has anyone accessed the test already? Is there any issue accessing it? Good or good?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. We will deliver a short briefing to get you prepared to go to Bangkok in the 10th of March. Here's a few key things we should aware and prepared. The contents today include 4 parts: preparation, flying to Thailand, staying in Thailand, and leaving Thailand. For preparation, we have the first step, we need to prepare for the visa or immigration. Thai visa exemption are eligible for participants from all of you from Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, all of you are eligible for the Thai visa exemption. So you can get in entry to the country without the visa waiver. The required or supported documentation, including the passport. You have to have your passport valid at least 6 months since the last day you stay in Thailand. It means you leave Thailand in the 23rd of March. So your passport should be valid after the 13th of September. I already checked and go through all the participants' passport, and it seems to be fine for all of you. You will have an invitation letter from us. You should keep it as an evidence if the immigration officer asks you. You will have a return flight ticket. You will organize your flight, so you will get your flight ticket before your departures. We also give you the paid accommodation confirmation for your staying in Thailand. So keep it as evidence if the immigration officer required. Also, you will get a UQ sponsorship letter as a financial support to show you that all the accommodation per diem, transportation already paid and sponsored. Please print and bring all that documentation with you. For the flying to Thailand, you need to prepare passport, visa documentation as we mentioned above, the flight initially or check-in boarding pass for your flight, and your emergency contact, maybe your friends or your family. You should keep it belong as a very close to you. You should prepare another thing, that's all the personal packing. What should you pack for the clothing essential? The weather in Thailand now is still cool, but it will be hotter in March. So please prepare the cool, airy, and light clothes. For the formal events that are hosted by UQ or Myanmar, you should wear a formal wear such as business attire or traditional wear. And we recommend you bring your traditional wear. It should be nice if you have it in the formal event, such as the welcoming or closing event. Another thing like business casual for regular sections. And you should have a comfortable working shoes if you want to walk around. And another essential such as laptop charger, sunscreen, insect repellent, sunglasses or cap, you can prepare by yourself or you can buy locally if needed. Flying to Thailand, you will be flying to Thailand on the 10th of March. Your tickets will be prepared and you will be flying in economy class. With the economy class, the baggage is limited, so prepare and mindful the weight limit do not excess. If not, you will pay for the exchange. You should check your flight initially with the departure time. You should allow at least 3 hours before departure at the airport and the bag allowance. You also check the airline website to know prohibit item. In general, you can see some prohibit item you can't bring with you to the plane, such as gases, battery, oxygen, or the dangerous item. Please check the website of the airport or check your booking attachment to see all the detail. At arrival, you will arrive in the Bangkok International Airport. At the airport, you will go through the immigration process, including check your support, your passport, and have a stamp for the immigration. If your flight delays or you miss a connection, please inform our team. UQID, on the screen, you can see Nitika phone number, and you also use that phone number to access the WhatsApp and contact to Nitika or welfare officers. The contact of welfare officer will be provided you close to the date. Transport from the airport after the immigration process, you will come to the arrival hall and you will go to the hotel by the V Hotel service. If you cannot find their representative, please wait in the hall with your luggage and they will find you. Or you can call or ask airport officer to call UQID team. We will try to the best way to support you there. An optional, if you want to buy a tourist SIM card at the airport, you can buy use your own money and please keep the receipt to reimburse. So if you buy by your money, we will pay you back later, but you have to keep the receipt for it. If another way, alternative way, you can go to the city and use our card to buy it. The money you will pay later is our money. Stay in Thailand, you will stay at 5-star V Hotel Bangkok. Oh, yeah. The address of the hotel on the screen, or when you get the accommodation confirmation, the address will show there. But you will be there by the V Hotel service from the airport, so no worry about it. The Thai participant also have a hotel room during the course. So if you are living around, you also can stay at the hotel. It's easier for you to access and be inclusive, have a good connection with another participant and team, delivery team in this course. The duration of the staying in Thailand is 13 nights from the 10th of March to 23rd of March. After you arrive at the hotel, you will get an orientation by the Thai welfare officer Lee, who with us have a short introduce this morning. At the hotel, we walk through all the check-in, and the shortcut will be implemented at the hotel, so you don't have to travel too far from there. Just go from your room to the conference room. At the hotel, you will have a free internet and television is available during your stay. Allowance in Thailand, you will get 83 Australian dollar per day for living. However, if meal is provided, a percentage will be deducted from your daily allowance. When you go to Thailand, you will get a secure bank card with a PIN. So keep your card secure and remember your PIN secret. So you can use as a card to spend when you stay in Thailand. You can go around to have the food, enjoy some travel around with the money you provided. With the health, safety, and security, health insurance will be organized for you. For your stay in Thailand, you will get our information close to the date. If you have any existing health condition that could be concerned, please email our team, Nitika. You may not be covered by the health insurance for any pre-existing medical conditions. And if any other health conditions should be affect your participation in your course, please inform us too. As in any cities in the world, please make sure you lock your door firmly when you go out or go to bed, and be careful about your belongings, including cash, passport, or jewelry. Our university will take no responsibility for any loss of your documents, possession, or cash. Yeah. So please be safety and at the highest security. Emergency procedures. If you are at the hotel, any emergency case such as fire or something, please follow the hotel emergency procedures. And if you are outside, the Thai emergency phone number is 191, or you can call our team. Nitika is the phone number on the screen, or welfare officers if you are there. The phone service. In Thailand, you can buy a tourist SIM card at the airport. So please keep the receipt for the reimbursement, or you can buy it later and use a cash card we provided. Another communication apps such as WhatsApp can be used with the free internet at the hotel. But if you call from your hotel room, you must pay the charge. Please aware it. The transport and go around for any program activities. If we organize, we will provide you a bus. Sorry, excuse me. We will provide you the bus, so you can go with all the group and accompanied by your welfare officers. Thailand drives, remember, it's on left-hand side of the road. For example, I'm from Vietnam, we go on the right hand, so remember that. The Hotel Bangkok is at the center of the city, is very close, around 2 or 3 minutes from the hotel to the SkyTrain station. And from there, you can go around to the museum, shopping mall, park, and temple around. Or if you need more information about the tourist destination, you can ask the welfare officer or hotel receptionist to get more information. About the cultural etiquette, this is some very common information on the internet. You can see you should do remove your shoe when you get in the house or temple in Thailand. You return a while, use the right hand, eat with a spoon, show respect to monks, and smile. And don't point your feet, don't touch someone's head, don't point, don't lose your cool, don't respect the king, and don't throw things. That's very common on the internet, but I'm sure we have a welfare officer, Lee from Thailand. She will give more advice later. And I think it should be very, very useful for all of us. Leaving Thailand, we will leave on the 23rd of March. So the checkout schedule on the date, but the time depends on your flight. But the checkout, please pay any extra cost that is not covered by the program. For example, if you make a call from your hotel room, you have to pay the extra cost at the checkout. Please check all your belongings before leaving, and you will go to the airport by the V hotel service. And because you will go in the group, so please mindful the time. That's good for all of you. If one of you to be late or the group will be late, then the plan. That's not good for the flight. And at the airport, you will to show all the immigration process again. And if you overstay in Thailand, you will be fined. Please remember that. That is,
There are some questions in the chat.
yeah, there are some questions in the chat. Now the Q&A.
I don't think we're still.
There are some questions in the chart. Asian nationality allowed to stay for 14 days and the cost including travel is $15. So we will apply for visa. We won't stay more than 14 days. We arrive on the 10th of March and we will leave on the 23rd. So it's will be 13 days. We don't have to apply for the visa.
Next one, yeah, in the chat. Okay.
I can't see from here.
Oh, it's individual interview.
Yeah.
While we take more questions, I would like to open the floor to Sue and Lee, especially if you have any extra things that you want to let participants know about the travel.
Yes, Lee, and should you have any
The suggestions,
yeah.
comments.
Yeah, Sivanta, please.
Yeah, let someone
Yeah,
raise their hand, ask the question first.
Yeah, Sivanta, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to ask a quick question. Is it possible for me to extend a couple of days in Bangkok and then the flight schedule return will be delayed accordingly? Thank you.
Excuse me, can you please repeat that? There are some noise backgrounds and I can't hear you clearly.
Oh, sorry. Restaurant. Can I extend the stay for a couple of days after the workshop? And is it possible for you to arrange the return flight, extending like a couple of days accordingly? Thank you.
Thanks for asking us, but we can't provide you any extra stay because of the cost of visas, and we can't provide. That's a regulation and the condition of the cost.
So, can I pay by my own money to stay a couple of days? Let's say I will return on Tuesday. Is it possible? I'll use my own money.
I don't mean about the money or the cost. I mean, that is the condition of the cost. You can't stay there because we have the responsibility for all the participants. If you have any further questions, please contact to the AA Myanmar regarding this problem.
Lee, would you like to tell anything?
Right. Someone also, yes. How about the Vietnamese ladies? Would you like to ask
Yes.
something about? Yeah.
Yes, I would like to ask on the social activity days. If we can skip on the activity day on the social of 16th, as you mentioned in the schedule and itinerary.
Do you mean that you can't join the social activities?
Yes, is it okay if we can skip on that day?
We will check with the course leader about it and then we will let you know later.
But there will be only one, I think half
Half
day
day.
social activities on first Sunday, which is 16th of March, and you will have Sunday free and then another weekend free as well. So it is
Yes,
not
because we
it
would
is
like
not
to know.
mandatory, but we would encourage every participants to join the group for every events of the course.
Yes. So for the first day in the Bangkok, so the flight you book for us, we flight on the 9th or on the 10th of March.
The 10th, on the 10th.
The 10th of March. Okay. We cannot to change the tickets earlier.
No, we can't. we
like,
can't
it's
cross
the
that
same, it's the same situation on the last question, I know.
Yes,
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 thank
yes.
you.
It's a condition of the course.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, thank you. Another question here.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me directly. How about the expense of the non-compulsory drinks and food provided in the hotel room? Is the non-compulsory drink and food you have to pay by yourself?
I'm so sorry. Could you ask again? I cannot clear you. I cannot hear you clearly about anything to eat in the hotel or something like that.
Yeah, the non-compulsory drink and food.
Non-compulsory.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the participants have to pay by themselves.
Yeah, that's right. But you know, actually for the location, it's such a great location of the hotel. It's just only, I would say, across the road in front of the hotel, you're gonna have the convenience shop, like a convenience store to buy something to eat, like a snack or something to drink if you want. If you don't want to buy or eat something in the hotel. And probably you might take just only one station, Sky Train station to the big community to have the eating, shopping. Yeah, that is very convenient for you. The great location of this hotel, I would say that you can find everything to eat. Yeah, don't worry about this one. Yeah. Yeah. Any question about? Yeah, before I
There's
let you
another
know.
question.
I think we will keep continue this conversation after the session because we have someone coming from IT, UQ ITS team to help with the IT and UQ account activation. So we'll let him present, and then if we have any other questions, we can continue at the end.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will stop sharing.
Yeah.
Here. And welcome. Yeah. Excuse me. Tinasi,
Are you there?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Welcome. And
Welcome.
thank you for
Thank
joining
you. Thank
us.
you. No worries. How are you guys doing today?
Very
Thank you.
well. I would like to, excuse me, can I call you Tinashe?
Yeah, that's fine.
Am I pronounce your name correct?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, we are from the
Mhm.
AA Australian Award Myanmar short course Women in
Mhm.
Executive Leadership Development.
Okay.
And today is our pre-course
Mhm.
session. Thank you for joining us. To the participant, here is the IT guys who will help us on all the IT issues and advice. Now I will transfer to the Tinashe. Thank you, Ed, please.
All right. Thank you. So, hello guys. Nice to meet you all. So today I'm just going to be going over MFA, Blackboard, the UQ portal, the library website, how you can access these and actually utilize them. So I'm just going to share my screen for you. All right, let me know if you can now see that.
Yeah. Yes, we can see it.
You can see it? Okay, perfect. All right, so we'll start off with MFA. So MFA is multi-factor authentication. You might have seen or heard of it recently, as many companies have been using it or introducing it. Essentially, what MFA is like a second layer of protection for your account. So normally we just use passwords and that's it. But with MFA, we use your password and a secondary device or code or something to actually say it is you. So in that situation, let's say someone hacks into your account, they still won't be able to get in because they need that second layer as well. So it's just a bit of extra security for accounts, and it helps to protect your privacy. So we can use MFA in many ways. The most two common usually are using a mobile device and using a hardware token. So that's just like a little USB or dongle you plug into your computer or whatever you're using, and it does the same thing as a mobile phone. And when we're setting up MFA at UQ, we actually do have a website with instructions. The link is over here, but we'll just send you the PowerPoint afterwards so you can copy it or just click it. All right, so after you guys do set up MFA, to access everything at UQ, you need to actually go to My UQ. So this is basically the dashboard or the portal, I guess you could say, and it allows you to get to other places in UQ. So it's got your email, your student information, your course information, timetables, it's got basically everything. So like I said, you just go to My UQ over here, and then log in with your details. All right. Another useful website that you can use is the UQ Library website. So on the UQ Library website, we do have a lot of information and resources. You can search for books, articles, guides, basically everything here. Just type it in, search what you want. It'll tell you which library it's in, if there's online copies, and how you can actually get that information. Usually it does need you to log in though. So you'd first click over here, you'd log in, make sure that you can access it, basically. Also on the library website, another useful thing is the chat over here. So with this chat, you have access to support. So if you don't know anything, or you're trying to get somewhere, trying to get something, you can just click there, ask us whatever question, and we'll do our best to answer you. And then when we're actually getting down to doing your course and your program, I'll go back to the portal. So through the portal, what we'll do after logging in is we'd go down to where it says learn.uq. After going there, we'll be taken over here to Blackboard. So Blackboard is essentially where most of the course and program information is actually presented. You would click over here, which would be, click over here, which would be your course. Then your course would appear here. For this example, I'm using a financial management for decision makers program. And this is kind of how it's going to look once you're actually in. So you have access to announcements. You can see the staff, and you can talk to your lecturers, ask them questions. There's learning resources. So things you might need, like software, guides on how to do this or that. Assessment, usually that's where your exams or tests and other information like that, that's where it'll be presented there. And you can also see your grades here. Then down here, there's a link to go back to the library and kind of explore around. Now, most important part, I think for you guys is actually setting up MFA, as it does tend to be a bit confusing the first time you actually go through it. So I'll actually go through the process with you guys and just show you how it's done. So makes it a bit easier. And if you do have any questions after, I'll be happy to answer. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing for now. Oh, does someone have a question?
Yes, it's me.
Mhm.
I've been going through also the UQ account. Could you maybe you might have a slide to show us step by step setting up or activating my MFA?
Setting up MFA?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm in the
All right.
page of initial setup already, but it were asking me to use different authenticator, Microsoft, Google.
Oh, okay.
You would love to have a slides the instruction slides so that I can follow step by step. Would it
Oh, no
be
worries. I'll show you guys how to do it now. I'll go through it live, so it's a bit easier.
okay? Great.
All right. Let me know if you guys can see the screen. Is that visible?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so what you want to do is search up MFA UQ, or you can use that link. So I'm guessing this would be the page that you're on over here, where it says set up with Duo or another app. Yeah, so I'll go back here. So this is the page that I've linked for you guys. What you want to do is go to activating MFA for the first time, and you want to go to MFA using Duo. That's the preferred one. But if Duo is not available for your phone, you can use other apps, but we can cover that at a later time, or you can just ask the question separately. All right, so you want to go to the Duo page, and then the steps are actually here. So the first thing to do is to download Duo Mobile, and you can get it from the Google Play Store or the App Store. The app essentially just looks like this. It's like a green icon, says Duo. It's hard to miss. After downloading the app on your phone, you want to go to step number 2, where it says MFA Portal. And then here, you just want to log in with the details you've been given. So it's not going to look like this for you guys the first time. All right, so this is what it will look like for you guys the first time around. So you'd log in, and then it should go to this page, or it should ask you for some security questions or to set up some more additional information, since it might not have that for you guys yet. But after doing all of that, it would take you to this page, which we call our MFA management page. Once you're there, you just want to go to device management. Then you want to go add a new device. Scroll down. You can add a mobile phone. That's the standard. If you don't have one, you can also just do tablet. And there's the hardware tokens and other things. We won't go into these other options, but if you do want to explore them, you can just ask us and we'll take you through. So we'll go mobile phone, then you put your number here. You also do have the option of any country code. In case you don't have like an Australian SIM, don't have to worry about that. You can just choose your country code here, type in your number, then click continue. Then confirm. So I'm using an iPhone, so I'm going to choose iPhone. And then here it's going to show me a code to actually scan. So I would actually get my phone. So I get my phone, then I open up the Duo app. It's kind of like this. I don't know if you can really see. You just continue. There'll be two options. It'll say use activation code or use QR code. You want to choose the top option, use QR code. It'll open the camera. You want to scan the QR code. So the QR code is this thing over here. You just want to scan that using your phone's camera. So since I've scanned it, it's now added to my Duo app. So on Duo, I'm just going to save and confirm. After saving and confirming in my Duo app, the most important thing is to click continue over here. So this is the step that usually messes it up for most people. So people forget to click on continue, then it just doesn't work. So that's how you'd actually set up Duo. Yes, Samantha, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. I struggle to log into a UQ account. It's quite confusing as I follow the instruction. It says, users should consist of 6 digits. And I try the digits as instructed by the website and, enter my password. Then it says incorrect all the time. So
I
I
see.
really
Okay.
struggle at this point.
So I want you to try 7 digits. So it'll be like this. I'll give you an example. It'd be like S 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should be 7 digits, not 6 or 8, but 7. So the first 7 numbers. So try that and then let me know how it goes. But in the meantime, I'll answer H.
It's not
Hisu.
working.
Not working?
Yeah, I tried 7 digits. Yeah.
All right, no
It's
worries.
not.
I'll make a note of that and then we can get onto that a bit later.
Great.
All right, so is it Hisu? Am I saying that right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
We need this YouTube username and passcode to register for MFE management account, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Has it already been shared or would that be shared later? Because I haven't received
I'm gonna answer this question. So no, all of the participants have already enrolled in UQ system. So you should have received an email from ITS regarding your username and password, and you can change your password from the instructions there. Have you received any email from ITS yet?
Nope.
Some of you have already received, and some of you will receive very soon because all of you are already entered in the system. So you will receive your UQ username start with S and 7 digit, and then there is a temporary password, and there will be a link for activation, and you can change your password, set up your own password, and after you activate that UQ account, and then you can go through MFA process.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Just let me know if you don't receive email from ITS. Sometimes the email from ITS may go into junk folder. So I would encourage everyone to check your junk emails as well.
Thank you.
So sorry, yesterday I have received one email from ITS Guest Resource Service, but it's announced for activate account that is right, or maybe another email.
Excuse me, can you repeat it? It's a little bit noise. We can't hear you clearly.
Yes, yesterday I have received an email from ITS Service, but that is the email announcement on the activate account. I don't know if it is the right email or maybe another email for guiding.
Okay, if it says activation, then it would be the correct one. Or if it tells you a student number, it would be the correct one.
Yeah, we just confused for email.
Yeah, they'll be sending quite a lot. So you might have to just go through them and filter your inbox, or just search ITS in your email inbox, and then look for an email that says your username. So it'd be an S number, or it'd display your name or your email, or it'd have like a link saying click here to activate.
Yes.
All right. Is it?
Maya,
Yeah.
please raise the hand. Yes. So I would like to know about the activation of MFA.
Mhm.
So what is the option? Is there any other option? Because the instruction said follow the instruction to activate MFA on your mobile device, but I'm gonna enter with my laptop. So that's why is there any option to choose for activating the MFA?
Okay, so you will not have a mobile phone.
So because I would like to enter, yes, I have a mobile phone, but so I would like to get the access with my laptop because I would just bring my laptop to Thailand. So
So you're saying for now you'd just like to enter with your laptop only?
yeah, so I didn't enter it, but I will have to.
Okay, so after you've initially set it up, you can access without a phone. You can create what we call a bypass code, but it's a temporary code and it doesn't last forever. So it is possible to just use a laptop only. And we also have, like I was saying before, there's another thing. It's called a hardware token. So they're kind of like these, if you guys can still see. And you can use these instead of actually having a phone to get into your account.
So what you mean here is, so the first step we need to just enter to the UQ for activating MFA is we need to enter the mobile option. Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
Just for the initial setup only.
Yep,
So after initial setup, you don't really need it, but it is the recommended, yeah.
Yes, another thing I would like to just tell you about is, could you please share the detailed steps of the activating MFA after this session, so through the email, please?
Yeah, definitely, of course.
Yes.
All right. Any other questions?
I have a questions. Because our participant, they from different countries and they will join a short course in Thailand. So is this okay if their phone number is their own countries and now they go to another country? Is it still work or any issue problem?
Yeah, no, don't worry about that. So you can add any country's phone number. Once they are here, if they do decide to get an Australian number, they can easily update it, but it won't actually stop MFA from working. So the reason we ask for a number is in case you lose any of your details, etc., you can use the number as a way to help us recover your account. So it's just one part of the thing, but it's not gonna break anything else if it's not there, or if it's not your most recent number, etc.
So if they go from, for example, from Cambodia to Thailand, and they buy a new Thai SIM card, so they can add a new device with the new phone number in it. Am I right?
Yeah. It won't affect MFA, so it's completely fine.
Yeah. Thank you.
But they don't have to add new number because it works through app, right? Your mobile app.
Yeah. So
They don't have to add new device.
you don't actually have to change it at all. But we usually do recommend to change it in case, let's say you get locked out. The easiest way for us to verify your identity is using the number you've actually put here. So we can usually send a text message. So that's why we recommend to keep the most updated number.
Yes.
Yeah, but it won't break if it isn't. If you're not able to, it's all right.
But if they don't have internet access, it will affect to the MFA.
Yes. Without internet access, you will not be able to use Duo. But the other solutions, such as the hardware token, it will work, and Google Authenticate will still work.
I still have question, or it's from the previous?
What was that, sorry?
Any more question on the chat?
Oh yeah, I guess we can go back. Oh, you said there's more in the chat?
Do you have any questions? No, here, no
See.
questions.
All right, so we'll
Yes.
go back to, was it Samantha?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that the a multi-factor authentication will be used after 22nd, and I tried to activate it now,
Mhm.
and it seems it leads me to the page, which you have introduced us to activate it for the first time.
Yes.
In this case, the number generated by the apps is not useful at all. Am I correct?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Because
Would
I
you,
received the numbers.
would you be able to share your
I was
screen?
able yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, sure. From my phone, sure. Or maybe from the computer. Sorry, wait a sec.
Either one should work. That's okay. All right.
Yeah. Can you see it now?
All right. Yeah, I can see it. Yep.
Yes. So this is
Mhm.
where I was last
Yeah.
at. It
Mhm.
says, will begin 22nd February. And
Yeah.
I tried to activate MFA
Mhm.
now, which I
Yep.
clicked it. And the page leads me to this.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Oh, okay.
according
Yep.
to my app, Duo Mobile, I
Mhm.
received the 6 digits passcode, and I'm not
Oh,
sure
okay.
what to do with it. Yeah.
Okay. Click on activating MFA for the first time. And then, because it's gone in a loop, so go down again, click on the instructions for Duo. Activating, yep, that one.
This one?
Yep.
I did already. I have Duo on my apps now.
All right. And then we'll go to
I add
step number 2.
devices.
Go to step number 2, MFA portal.
Yes.
Okay, then
Yeah.
scroll down. Scroll down. Okay, yep, to device management.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would have added your device, but you didn't press continue after finishing, so it won't recognize it. So from your Duo, you have to delete the current profile on Duo.
I have to delete.
Yeah, so I'll show you on if you can see my camera, I'm not sure, but if you see I have a profile here, go to click on the
Yeah,
3 dots.
sure. I could
and then
see.
delete. Yeah. So 3 dots on the
Sorry, could you
show again? Okay, so here, this is my UQ one. You can see it should be like yours. And then you want to click on the 3 dots on the top of it and click on delete. So delete that profile.
Okay, let me try.
Yeah.
Delete.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and then
So
you
I
can
register again.
Yeah, then you register again here. Yeah.
Let's try. Yeah, and I take a picture
Yeah, then you scan with Duo
using the QR
QR.
code.
Yeah, correct.
Yes, I did. And it
And
leads
then
me to University of Queensland.
perfect, save it, and then click on
And then
continue
save.
on the computer.
Okay. Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, I also missed it my first time, so don't worry. All right, there we go. Now it's done. So
Thank you.
won't have that problem.
So,
Yeah.
so I don't do this, right?
No, it's
I
now
don't generate
working.
a passcode.
No. Yeah. So if you next
Okay.
time you're logging in, it'll be
And
100%.
yeah, and then I saw the passcodes. When I click on it, it shows 6 digits. There's nothing to do with this page, right?
No. So you won't ever need to use Duo until it asks you to do. So you don't worry about it. Yeah.
I
So
see,
those are
Got it.
So only when you're logging in, it'll ask you the numbers. And then that's when you can open
Yay.
Duo and yeah. But it is working now. So you're all good.
Perfect. Thank you.
No worries at all.
Yeah, Netherlands and Myanmar.
Oh,
Yes.
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 First you.
No. I'm the same problem with the previous one. So when I entered my telephone number, I cannot continue the process. So I think there may be some step need to do. I'm not sure. So when I select my gantry flat,
Mhm.
after that, I type my telephone number.
Mhm.
Because previously I received the dual account because previous Jesse short course
Mhm.
I have a YouTube account and also the dual MFA activations are already finished.
Mhm.
But this course I did it again. But
Mhm.
here when I enter my phone number, there's a problem, so I could not continue.
Okay, you might have to add a 0 to the beginning of your number, or change the format, because make sure there's no spaces anywhere. And
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's I will try it. No, that's already mentioned. Please enter affiliate number. So for sure I continue. Yeah,
So
maybe at the I will try the typing of that telephone number.
yeah, yeah.
So maybe the next one will ask to something. So I will
Okay.
do it again. Yeah, thank you.
No worries. All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, when I just try to activate the MFA, the page which is show us is not the same with you. Like, can I share the screen?
Sure.
Yes. So this is the page that is already. Oh, can I see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how it's pop up in the for activating MFA, but which is not the same with you. So can I type the username and password already, and then I
Yeah.
can go there?
Yes.
Oh,
Correct.
so let me try.
And you've put too many numbers on your username.
Really?
It should be seven numbers. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so not S, without S, right?
No. So keep the S, but remove the last number.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you please check the number because he mean only 7 number. Oh yes.
Yeah. They changed it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the correct page. Yeah. So you just go through there. So I'll stop your sharing, but you just go through those steps and okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah. All right. Guys, before we continue, we might have to end the session here. So what I'll say is if you guys can leave your issues and other things you're experiencing, just pass it on to the meeting hosts so we can make a note of it and then we can actually proceed to fix it after.
Yes. Thank you.
Is that okay with you guys?
Yep, I think that's.
Yes, that's okay.
That's okay? All right. Okay, no worries.
If you
So
have any question, just send me an email and then I'll pass it on to Tinashe and then we could probably have another quick sessions for those
yeah.
who will face the problem.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
perfect.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right.
you.
No worries.
Yeah,
See you
back
guys.
to our section. We already have some question here regarding the travel to Thailand. The first question from Thao. She asked if she buy an eSIM and pay in USD, can we reimburse? Please let me check with the financial team and we will back to you soon. Is this okay, Thao?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Another questions about the can we send you a guideline to email after this session? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we will send you a briefing manual with more detail than this one, than this presentation today. That's useful for you when you travel to Thailand. One more question about the participant. What time we run the section every day in Thailand? So we normally start at 9 and finish at 5 p.m. So before and after that, you are free. Questions about the hotel room. Are we living in a single room or sharing room? You will live in the share room with another participant.
Share room now.
I think it's something. We will double check and we will.
Yeah, normally, most of the course, the participant will live in the share room.
But I believe for this course, it's a single room, but I will confirm it via email.
Yeah, we will confirm and let you know soon. And the last one, how long can I use the UQ account? As long as this course, will be in June of this year. So your UQ account you can use from now on until June. Is there any questions?
And just to add one more thing, so the breakfast will be provided at the hotel, and we will also provide lunch, morning tea and afternoon tea during the sessions Monday to Friday. So the only meal you have to organize by yourself will be your dinner, and all weekend meals participants have to organize by themselves. But during the sessions, lunch, morning tea and afternoon tea will be provided, and your breakfast is included in your room booking as well.
Yeah, so much. You have a question?
Yes, about the staying in the room in the hotel. I prefer to stay alone. Sorry.
We will check and let you know soon. But
I
I
think-
can't guarantee everything.
Yeah,
We
I
try
think
our
it's
best. We try our best.
Yeah, our single room with breakfast. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, and I think all the participants, even from Thailand, will have to stay at the hotel throughout the course.
Yeah. Lee and Sue, do you have any additional comments or advice to the participant?
Not for now, for me.
Yeah,
Yes,
not
it is
for now,
better
but
to have a participant information. For example, what I would like to know is all the participants from Myanmar are from Yangon or other part of the city. That is the information I would like to have. I would like to have. Yes.
With the Myanmar participant, we will organize some another way to communicate. So are you happy to wait until we have official
Advice from
information
towards Myanmar, because they are still in discussion about the security and how we can mobilize participants from Myanmar. So we are hoping to hear from them early next week. So as soon as we have information from the client, then we will pass it on to the participants and you as well.
Sure. I'm not in hurry. I just want to, updates. And if I know more about the participants, I can help more and I can share the information related to them. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Sue. Stella, do you have any question? Go ahead.
Yes, I see there's a lot of information for the sessions from morning until now. So I just confused. So I commented like that. May you note every take note, every information and we have to prepare for further preparation before we depart to Thailand and preparing for the course like
Excuse me.
guidelines.
Okay, can you move to another one or put in the chat box because we can't hear you clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so sorry. So maybe we can to send the message in the chat box because
Yeah, please
we are
put
on
in the chat box.
yes, maybe we are on the road, so maybe some mistake by network.